So my friend Alec and I recently decided to play through the campaign of Halo CE Anniversary to get all the achievements. For some reason we didn't have any of them, so we just figured it was a good time to do so because, I mean, come on. Nobody's really got anything else to do because of a certain thing going on. But you know, while doing so, I realized that I had a lot of problems with the game that I hadn't really noticed before. And it started to really make me think if Halo CE was this monumental game as we all know it, or if it's actually trash if we take the nostalgia glasses off. To start off, I also want to clarify that I absolutely understand what Halo did for the entire gaming industry, and for that, I commend it greatly. The gameplay aspect is nearly perfect, and it holds up so well even to this day. I mean, much better than some games that Bungie's been making. My main issues stem from some design choices that Bungie made that just do not sit well with me, and frankly, they annoy the hell out of me. So now I seek to answer the question, is Halo CE actually trash? Okay, I know by me saying that is kind of controversial.
Hey, it was heresy.
Okay, maybe even heresy. I don't know, man. Well, either way, I just urge you to listen to what I have to say because you might agree with some of it. To start off, the difficulty balance is not extremely fair or forgiving. Okay, stop. I understand that Halo 2 Legendary is horrible in every single freaking way. But hear me out. When I discovered I didn't have any achievements on Halo CE, naturally I wanted to get them. So I started playing on Legendary Solo. I made it through Pillar of Autumn with minimal issues and thought to myself that I was going to have a challenging yet really fun road ahead. I have never been so wrong. Fast forward about 5 hours and there I was stuck on the same wave of enemies on the second mission of the game. It is literally ridiculous what they expect you to accomplish. It is for this reason I had my buddy join me. And it's not like I'm not even used to Legendary difficulty. I've beaten basically every other Halo, even in Halo 2 on Legendary. Yet 2 or 3 elites on this game made me want to destroy all my controllers and never touch the game again. As I touched on slightly earlier, something that I really dislike about Halo CE is the amount of times you are forced to fight waves of enemies before you can progress in a level. It seems like almost every level has this, with a few exceptions. The library is the worst of these, and don't you worry, we're gonna talk about the library. I just don't like these waves because they are used way too extensively in this game. It makes it stale, boring, and really detracts from my experience. Another level that really comes to mind when thinking about this is Truth and Reconciliation. It has 2 of these wave sections back to back, with the second one having like 8 sword elites and ending with hunters on Legendary. It's pretty much insane. Pair this with the crappy checkpoint system, and you're not in for a good time.
It's time to play.
You didn't get a checkpoint, so we're just sending you back to the beginning.
At our number 4 spot, we have 343 Guilty Spark Popper. Send you back to the beginning of the section. We have Rocket Flood Destroying Banshee. Send you all the way back to the beginning room. Then we have Flood again, sending you still back to the beginning room. You have Bridge, which again sends you surprisingly back to the beginning room. And then you have the bridge, and oh my God, Sword Elites! Oh! And guess what?
Oh, I guess we're talking about the crappy checkpoint system now. Yeah, that's something else I don't like about this game. The thing I don't like about it is how inconsistent it is. One time playing through a mission, you could get a checkpoint literally after you do anything. And that's fine, that's great. But play through again, and the game might just go, yeah, if you want to die, I'm gonna make you do the whole thing over again. Especially like the bridge on AOTCR, or the Sword Elite room on Truth and Reconciliation. Yeah, the whole system is so finicky, which can be exploited for speedrunning, but other than that, yeah, it's trash. For example, I was playing 2 Betrayals on Legendary, and I took a ghost through the broken door to make it easier for myself. I did the level as you were supposed to, hit the loading zones, but on my way to the Banshees at the end, I didn't kill anything. And the game did not like that. I made it to the end, and the Banshees should be there, but they weren't. So I just figured I would turn around and play through it normally, but then out of nowhere, like Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk, checkpoint done. This meant that when I inevitably died, I would have to go from the end of the section to the beginning every single time I died. And the worst part was, the checkpoints glitched out, and didn't give me another one for the remainder of the mission. I was on Legendary. talk about some broken controllers. Something that just really annoys me is how many times I was seemingly going through the same areas. And not even just contained in the same level, but stretching the entire game. The Maw? Yeah, that's just Pillar of Autumn. Half of Truth and Reconciliation is literally Keys. And don't even get me started on how 2 Betrayals is Assault on the Control Room backwards. Literally. Did you know that there's like 10 identical rooms in the level? Technically 18 with 2 Betrayals, and that's not even counting the Pulse Generator rooms. Combine that with the already redundant level design, and you better be ready to see the same areas a lot. The only level exempt from this is the Silent Cartographer, and that's my favorite level for that reason. But that's a whole other video. I know the subject has been beaten to death, so I won't linger on it too much. But I'm pretty sure everybody kind of gets what I'm saying. There's one mission that I dread after starting a new Halo CE campaign, and yes, it's the damn library. To me, this is the worst mission in all of Halo, period. A close second is Cortana, but at least that one is a little more predictable. The library takes you away from everything the game had taught you up to that point and just says, have fun, lol. The next 45 minutes to an hour are going to be a living hell. The worst part of the library is that every single part of it looks exactly the same, and you get lost so easily. A saving grace is that when the remaster came out, they added the arrows on the ground. And you know, those arrows were a life changer after having to navigate those stupid, dark hellhole tunnels for the majority of my time playing the game. You know, and the issues don't just stop at the level and its design. That would all be fine if the enemies you were facing were the Covenant. But you know, they weren't. Honestly, I feel like the Flood is like Nickelback.
Look at this photograph.
You either love them or you hate them, and there's no in between. Personally, I'm in the hate camp. I adore the first half of Halo CE until the latter half of Guilty Spark. I never liked the Flood. And listen, I understand that they aren't that hard and die pretty fast, but the issues I have with them come in one of 2 Flood forms. The Shotgun Flood and the frickin' Popper Boys. The sheer amount of times I've been screwed over by those stupid looking fun guy is literally unreal. It gives me PTSD going over that bridge in 2 Betrayals because I flew off every single time. They also restrict your use of skulls, because don't you dare try to use the boom skull with these Flood forms, because just take a look at what happens on Keys with the boom skull. In conclusion, no. Halo CE is not trash. I mean, there's a lot of things I dislike about it, but the things I do like about it far outweigh the bad. I'm just gonna get that out there. This game is a masterpiece, but, you know, not all masterpieces are perfect. And obviously, none of these issues are big enough for me to stop playing the game. Hell, it never will be. It's one of my favorites of literally all time. These are just the things I noticed that I cannot stand during my constant playthroughs of this game. Would I change them? No, probably not. Because no matter what issues I have with the game, I'll always cherish the memories associated with it, whether they are good or bad.